Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of the Brian Colletto Show here on Fireside and also streaming to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for joining. And today I have entitled my talk Autism and YouTube. Because I'm going to talk a little bit about both. So, first, I'm going to get to the autism part. I didn't really do too much research beforehand about anything in the news or anything like that um, before I began the show. What I will say is that I don't think there was anything special that I did within the last week since my last show on here. Although a few hours before I recorded this particular episode that I'm recording right now, I did appear on a friend's live on Instagram where I was interviewed about autism as it pertains to my life. And I was pretty happy about it. And by the way, this friend is from Canada. His name is Christian Armstrong. I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying that because he posts public videos about his journey on Instagram. And I aspire to be like him, a speaker, motivational. And I first got connected with him last year through somebody that I met on Clubhouse. That particular person who connected us has been away from social media as far as I know at this point in time. But yeah, we've been supporting each other's content, Christian and I, and he had taken a break for a few months last year too. But it's good to see him back. Albeit, even if he does have to have a little bit of a lighter schedule with what he does for his own content. Hey, everybody's got to do what's good for them. And I did meet some people over the weekend who have ties to autism as well. And just some aspiring stories, and also some of them who have certain challenges as well. But through it all, it's all good stuff. Now, as for the YouTube part, why I put that in, I put the YouTube as part of my show because I put out a video on Friday as I was on the cusp of reaching 200 subscribers. And I was pleasantly surprised that as of this point, more than 40 people subscribed to my channel. I was 13 away from 200 when I checked and put the video out. And usually I I don't usually see a jump in something like that so fast. Um, I was not expecting it. Um, and I've never expected anything when I started putting my videos on YouTube. But here we are. I guess the benefit for me has been putting specifically YouTube shorts onto the channel. And then, of course, more long form content like the podcast that I'm recording right now. And so I know I'm not the first person on the spectrum to post videos on YouTube, and I'm A-okay with that. But those other creators on the spectrum inspired me as well with putting videos on YouTube. And, you know, I guess I'll talk a little bit about um, the Instagram live from tonight. Some things that I have answered before, but is always a nice, good refresher, especially to anybody who's new to me. Um, Diagnosed at 4. I personally didn't know until I was almost 16 when my mom was filling out a form for a band trip um, in my high school days. And for the record, I played mostly trombone as a kid growing up. And um, I did deal with bullying as a kid, um, though I have forgiven. And, I was certainly not perfect on my end all the time with other students either. So, yes, I'm a victim of that as well. Uh, but most of my classmates respect me now. And it's great for those that don't, but also great for those that do. So, yeah, it's so that's a little bit of what I discussed, and also to understand that I know it's challenging for other people, other families who may be dealing with autism because some have greater challenges, um, nonverbal, only makes sounds, maybe needs restroom assistance all the time. Um, but I think as long as we continue to move forward and as we continue to bring acceptance on top of the awareness, that we can go very, very far and help make brighter days for those on the spectrum. So, um, yeah, so that is the gist of what I wanted to share tonight on those two. Now, to end the show, I will go into the segment in which I talk about um, events I did over the last week. And The weekdays last week, I actually didn't do too much of anything crazy. There wasn't really too much going on. Um, it was more so on Sunday when I did three different events. There was one where I spent most of my time. Then there was another one where I spent a little bit of time, but I made the effort to go there because I was seeing a friend that I don't get to see very often. And then a third event in which some people from a local networking group I'm a part of were being part of a little vendor market event. Um, I apologize for that. There's something stuck in my eye. Um, so I kept it very packed on Sunday. I didn't do anything much on Saturday other than put together a raised garden bed for our household. And I'll probably share pictures of that once everything is all done. Right now, I put it together. So, um, but again, these are things that some people on the spectrum can do, and I'll admit I did make a minor mistake that I had to fix. But luckily, it wasn't anything major. It was just a leg that needed to be flipped around. And my parents approved of it. They liked my work. So I'm really happy about that. So, yeah, that is all I've got tonight. Nobody's appearing live here on Fireside, which I'm not totally surprised about because I know that these platforms have been changing. There are a lot of people that are not using social audio at this point. But I'm going to keep going with this because I'm enjoying it. And I know that some people listen to it later on. And hopefully, I'll be back next week for the midway point of May. And until the next show, I send you all love, light, blessings, and peace.